Happy New Year everyone! We're here in Rhyl and it's literally New Year's Day. I thought we'd take a look around. Obviously most places are going to be closed, but it's going to be one of the few occasions to see the decoration still up until next year, so we may as well have a look at that. And there has been some local news which we're going to try and find of a Banksy like image painted on the wall by the RNLI. So we're going to have a look at that and see what we can find. I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas and has an excellent New Year. That's a new store. But the one thing that doesn't seem to take a break from Rhyl is the pigeons and seagulls. Same as most seaside towns, I would imagine. The majority of stores are closed. Let's go and see what holidays we can get. Somewhere sunny.
Every time I option and no option, yeah. At least.
That's a new store as well, well, not one that I recognise anyway. anyway, so we can get a coffee later. We'll find another local one. Maybe go there first, and you have the weathers down there as well. I wouldn't imagine any of the arcades to be open today. New for this year as well. The intention is, if I remember, to how many tape recording each video. Trying to up them this year, trying to get a bit more focused on health and whatnot, so get out a bit more, get on our feet and see how many footsteps we actually put in. Should be interesting, because some videos we've covered miles and miles, you know, we've shortened it down into 20 minutes, but we can cover a lot of ground. The children's village while we're here, because obviously this is all closed this season. It's interesting to see. That would be the log flume. That's the entrance to the underground parking. I actually can't remember what is in here. Does that say safari? No adults. I wonder whether the cars. I thought inflatables for some reason. Maybe go around the other way. Not sure how clear that is, but it is now 3:30. The moon is already visible. Clock tower is wrong. I really want to work on that. You find that a lot though. They lose time a lot and they don't seem to keep on top of it. In most places this is. We find it a lot anyway. It's a shame that the name's visible, ready for next year. I mean, they may change them, but in general I think they kept the same. I thought it was an apple, which it looks like an apple, but for some reason it's got cheese on the outside, which is why. And the mini golf, it's actually quite a good course. It's quite a large course. It's only 9 holes. Don't quote me on that one. It's been a long time since we've been on it. I think that should be my line of the year. Don't quote me. I feel like I say it an awful lot. Things change so much on a day-to-day basis, you know. I know we had confirmation from one of the local pubs in Towing that they were closing that day, and then we happened to drive past the following week and they were open. So you know, I suppose if there's people about and it's worse than staying open, they stay open. Such as before me saying I doubt that any of the arcades will be open, and I've been proved wrong, because Les Harkers is, and they look sound like they're playing bingo. That is Mr. B's. I think we'll do a video based solely of the arcades and see what's in them at some point, because obviously this time of year there's very little else open. But if you are bringing young children, or you know, even if you're local and you're just wanting something to do, it's warm, it's relatively cheap. I mean, you can play the 2p machines all day. Premier Inn seems busy. In fact, there's more people about than I thought there would be. Just check out, see if we've got any opening times on the SC2. It's all looking a bit derelict above Mr. B's though, isn't it? Because we really do, we're doing some work on that. Lets down the frontage an awful lot. And then you got the Palace arcades. They're also open. Strangely, it doesn't seem to want to add the open time anywhere along the side of the building. But maybe something I've got to Google. Building work going on down the back streets. Years ago that dragon used to blow out smoke. I don't think it does that anymore. They look like they've painted all the front up. Looks an awful lot tidier. It's a shame about the buildings above. Right, so we're heading back to the front. Tiles there. Look at the outdoor pool on the side of that building already. It looks like it's going to need maintenance. The building's not that old. I think they should be able to withstand a bit of weather. I mean, it should be purpose built. Okay, there's some images here of old Rhyl. Now, my first holiday was to Rhyl. My partner has always lived in the area. But the old baths, the outdoor baths, a lot of this doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Pier. Donkey rides now. I can't remember the last time I saw a donkey on Rhyl. You actually can see the pier there as well from there. This is not far from where I stood. these pictures if you're local. Right, okay, so the miniature railway station is still there. But the rides aren't. It's a shame when people deface things. And the old Woolies building there, that's not even that old. I think there's some more on the front. Oh, I think these used to light up. And looking at the state of these, the amount of glass, I don't think that's going to be the case now. Donkeys. It's a shame, they just don't get well looked after. You know, they're put in and then the maintenance doesn't seem to follow through. Oh yeah, that light definitely doesn't work. Right, so we're walking along the front. This is the reverse to where we've just sort of been. And there's the reverse of the Sky Tower. I think a lot of improvement could be done on these walls. Some murals painted on them, or I don't know, just something that looked really plain. Paint them up colourful, like Ballamore. And the Sky Tower, I can't see why any reason, I mean obviously money, that they couldn't turn it into an observatory like it used to be. I mean there's no plans to move it. They've lit it up, but other than that, it's just a waste of space that could be used. I remember in Morecambe they had a similar tower that actually came from Blackpool, but when it got to Morecambe they painted it up and it was known as the Polo Tower, because hence it was painted like a big polo tube, and the observatory bit the polo with a hole, and that was really popular in the beginning, and then obviously maintenance costs and things like that, and again they stopped using it. And when the Fairground closed down. Morecambe Fairground used to be brilliant from Tearland to anyone that's ever been. Used to absolutely love that place, but same with a lot of seaside resorts here in Rhyl. Morecambe Fairground goes. Makes you wonder what they want to bring people into the seaside town for, but anyway. And 1 year, in fact I say 1 year, I think it's happened twice, we had like an invasion of ladybirds, and they absolutely coated the Polo Tower. I don't know what it was with the thing, but they covered it from top to bottom. It was really bizarre, and the amount of ladybirds it must have taken, because you could not see any of the painting with underneath. It was just it was just coated. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Now the weather hasn't been great, so everything looks a bit dank and dark, but I'm sure even with this you can appreciate the size of Rhyl Beach. It is massive, it is immense. And although you have got a fair amount of pebbles and like razor clamshells and that lot, predominantly it is sand, so you know, nice day. Oh, it doesn't even have to be nice, does it? It's a nice walk now, but a nice day you can appreciate it all the more. That towards the sea aquarium, and the huts. Now obviously the huts aren't going to be open, wrong time of year. See what's further down. anyone who's has seen the air show vlog will know how busy the area can get when something's on. I think the council just need to put on more events. The area definitely has got the potential. It just needs more doing to bring people in. Now then, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Fairground is actually open today. I was doing a tour in the seal. You may have seen this in the local paper, on the internet. What do you think the meaning is? But it's nice to see the council has come up and put up some form of protection on at the minute. It helps stop vandals, and it looks like that means that they would likely keep it preserved, so fingers crossed. I think we could do with a lot more of it. Good start to the new year. I think it means it. And I think that is definitely what is needed more in Rhyl. You can see where the improvements have been made, but I mean that's a bit of, I can't even say the word, individualisation. Makes it stand out, and what was a boring plain wall has now got meaning, and it's right by the RNLI. You're not far. So as a tribute to them and to the work they've done, and to anyone that it may have affected, I think the piece is really poignant. Just spoke to a young gentleman who's been affected. It's his story, so I'm not going to share it, but he's been affected, and he sees and feels great peace with this piece of artwork. He feels a connection to it, so it's nice that the council has decided, by the looks of it, to preserve it, and I hope that carries on. This is in the summer, where all the music events and whatnot are held. It's like an outdoor theatre as such. That sky is definitely changing. Okay, and I think with that, to a peaceful end of the day. Over the next couple of weeks we plan on heading into Llandudno, showing the new life and the wildlife that the down end of the season brings. So we have seals that are now mating and will be producing their young. We have the goats in Llandudno, and again later on in the year they'll be producing their young. The birds. It's very quiet and pleasant. So even when the height of season, you know, things like the pier and things like that, there's plenty of things to do in the season. Out of season, it's a different holiday altogether. Nice, relaxing wander, wildlife, cafes, pubs, eateries. The stores are open. It's just more subdued until we get ready for everything opening back up and we're back hitting the theme parks and fun fairs and arcades and adrenaline junkie with things along the seafronts. Our next load of holidays that we need to get booked in. Another trip to Tenerife. I would imagine somewhere within the costas, get a bit of sunshine back to our skins. It'd also be good to show you the back areas of places like Rhyl, Blackpool, because it's not all seafront, and there's quite a lot of investment going on within places and public loos. And some people don't just decide to holiday here, they decide to live here. So we could see what's going on in general for everybody who's in that situation. There's plenty of caravan parks to be looking at, ones where you visit as a holiday maker and others that you turn into a holiday home. So I think with that we'll have a look at what everywhere has to offer and everything in between. And yes, the sea aquarium is open. New Year's Day, how good's that? I'm actually really surprised at that, but makes perfect. It's a perfect decision because children are still off school. They want something to do. They've got the hype of Christmas and a lot of energy to burn off. And when it's cold and damp and wet, which it has been, take them somewhere they can burn off their energy. Okay, so that was the last of the vlog, but I've just seen the Christmas trees lit up. So, as it's likely to be the last time we see it lit up, I thought I'd finish there. The vlog is now over. Bye.